Okay, here we go. Welcome. It's been, what, 6 days? Let's pull up the live. There we go. Howdy, y'all. Okay, let's switch over to this and then push that to the side. Okay, so what has happened? We have some lo-fi playing in the background. We'll see how that goes. We haven't done music in the background yet, so if it's too loud or too quiet, let me know. I won't know until after the stream, like what it sounds like. What's up? I'm just coming out of a sickness, so I'm going to try to not clear my throat. What's up, K's? What's up, Squab? Big fan. What are we working on? Last stream was 6 days ago. The big update, still no K2, obviously. I don't have the video published, but there have been a bunch of changes on the YouTube channel. We're going to go over those changes real quick to update you. And then I've tried this new thing where I'm kind of tweeting on threads now. Just ideas, notes that I would be taking. I do have some notes that I'll go through, but we'll go through the threads and update you on what's happened in the last 6 days. But first, let's switch to incognito mode to see what this YouTube channel looks like. New private window. This is what I do to see like what it looks like for. Whoa, that's such like a big. That's so silly that it like shows it like that, you know. Will I visit Nepal again? For sure. I was just thinking about that. I think it'd be fun to do a group trip to Everest Base Camp. And I'm already getting some like tour operators offering that for free to do. So we might be fun to do. I think it'd be really cool to bring a group up to Everest Base Camp. And I would for sure do it again, you know. What's up, Joel? California. How you living? It's been a while since we met up in Portugal. Lisbon. Glad I'm back, yeah. Big fan from India, nice. Been here since wedding film days. Very nice. Been following since Iceland video. Cool. Thank you. So membership is back. You can click the join button to become a member. Out of the like 350 video or 321 videos, I would say 70 of them are public at this point, and they're pretty much just the big flagship videos. There were 2 criteria for what falls behind membership only or what is public, and that's probably anything less than 100,000 views, anything that's not receiving more than 2,000 views within the last year. Obviously, like if no one's watching a video, I'm just going to put it behind paywall and just kind of hide it a little bit. You can still see all the membership videos. So I'm just like, you know, figuring out how important it is for subscribers versus algorithms. So I've been changing the thumbnails for a couple videos. If it's a talking video with me in front of a microphone, I kind of changed the thumbnail to reflect that more. And yeah, just been subtly changing the thumbnails to reflect what's actually in the video and kind of differentiating like a hiking video. Me hiking is what I show in the thumbnail versus me sitting and talking. And I think setting a formula, a template for the thumbnails and titles of my videos are something that I'm putting a lot of time and effort into. I switched back the titles. So now you can see I don't have the parentheses with the days and the distances. I've switched back to more of a simple, straightforward, no dashes, no parentheses in the title. I think this is what I like going forward. And I did the other test just to feel what it looked like. And I think this is the best way going forward. So, but yeah, I took away alone and solo out of all the thumbnails, the titles, just to make things cleaner and simpler. And I think that's what I like going forward. But we'll see. Been following since 2009 on Vimeo. Ooh, Vimeo. Is that still a thing? Nice. Shorts. I'm gonna start uploading more shorts when I post the K2 video. And then lives. Lives are great. Updated a couple more links. Reddit. Finalize more of the templates. Just been working on templates and formats for titles, thumbnails, video, like content a lot this week. Went to Virginia to visit family, which was nice. It was like a 36-hour trip. But I didn't stream just because I've been waiting for this K2 video to be greenlit by the sponsor, and hopefully it happens this week. It's been the longest I've ever waited to post a video from a sponsor, so that's annoying. Need to figure out a new thumbnail format. So Xander. So I've just like, I'm like looking at thumbnail formats to see what I like, what I dislike. And I don't know. I always stumble upon his videos. The title, the thumbnail is interesting. I don't think I ever want to do the whole me, like green screened, superimposed. This is like a very Mr. Beast format, and I want to stand out against that, so I don't think I'll end up doing that. But these are day trips, like day focused trips, so 17-day. The duration, the location, and then like why it's kind of dangerous or special. Deadliest. I don't know, 7 days solo. It's just interesting to look at, so I just posted that. What's your record? How many kilometers have you covered in a single day? Best 42 miles. So 42 miles, 2 km. 66. Fuck. Whoa, just got an ad in the live stream. That was a first for me. Yeah. I was trying to figure out how to turn off ads for live streams. And I couldn't really find anything because I'm live streaming from Streamlabs and there's no option for that. I know if you live stream from the YouTube app, you have an option to turn that on or off. So maybe there's a setting within the YouTube not attached to the live broadcast feature. So yeah, this is like in the studio live manage. This is what I was talking about. I know how to do this, but this isn't the way I'm doing it. During the live stream, turn off ad breaks. I can go to the live control room and turn off monetization. Okay. I mean, sure. Let me just switch to my face cam real quick while I do this. Why not? Go live, manage. And I really don't want to. The bitrate is low, it says. We'll have to look into that. Edit. Monetization off. So if there's a way that I can keep that off by default, that's the vibe. So I'm going to try to figure that out after this live stream. But it's also giving me a warning that the current bit rate is lower than the recommended bit rate. We recommend a stream rate of 7 megabytes. Let me real quick just go in to see. Yeah, it is quite low. I'm not sure if I can change it or if I should change it mid-stream. I think it's on auto. Yeah, I can't do this mid-stream, so let me switch back to the scene and make a note. Fix bitrate for streams. See if I can turn off monetization for streams. Okay, I'll fix that after this stream. Thanks for the heads up though. Helpful. Because like I don't want ads. It's just annoying. I don't want ads on the live stream. This is a very niche thing, and I'm not trying to disrupt the experience for y'all by placing ads. I think My Life Outdoors has some of the best thumbnails in the space. My Life Outdoors. Hey, Steven. I was just hanging out with Steven. Did I post? Can I see my stories? Instagram is notoriously slow. Yeah, I can see my stories. Where are those guys? It was before. Yeah, there we go. Dan Becker and Steven hanging out in Colorado. Got to meet his wife too. And then I saw the news about the, this Outdoor Boys. Pretty cool. His thumbnails are good. They're pretty good. I don't like the titles though. The text. These are better than most, but I still wouldn't go in this direction quite as much. I definitely want to do something to stand out, and I don't want to put like, I don't know. I know more about what I don't want than what I do want, I think. Maybe that's a good thing, that's a bad thing, I don't know. Whenever I'm stressed, your videos help me feel peaceful again. Absolutely love what you do. Thank you. Hey, Spencer's Adventures, welcome. Do not turn off ads. You should get some revenue. No issue for me. Nah, it's not worth it. No ads here, but I do a premium. Yeah, premium's the way to go. I've been premium for like 7 years now, to be honest. Yeah. What is your own thumbnails? Do you think it needs addressing or changing? What I am changing is I'm adding different formats to my channel. So instead of just having one single type of hiking video that I upload, what I'm switching to more is having an ambient version, a cinematic version, a narrated version, and if I bring an assistant filmmaker, like a travel vlog, plus maybe other types of videos. So I'm just expanding out horizontally with formats. And I want thumbnails to be branded for each type to let people know that, you know, with the thumbnail, this is a different type of video. So if it's a silent one, it should look differently than one that has talking. if it's like a long form background video, the thumbnail, the title should indicate that in some way. Yeah. I think I talk about that somewhere here. I can't remember though. What's up, Yow? Hey Craig, watching on my TV and live stream YouTube, built-in chat renders great. We mentioned that in your last stream. No need to have the OBS comments on. Yeah, because they're kind of annoying a little bit. Maybe over my face cam? Maybe. Maybe that looks better. I don't know. Obviously, it looks better on the dark background. We'll see how that feels. And then next stream, we'll decide if we want it or not. So here's where I talk about doing this. Gonna start writing notes here instead of Apple Notes so I can go through and react on stream. Just need more things to react to in stream. So chat, what I'm working on, updates on everything that's happened ever since. So I'm just like batching things to react to and talk to on stream. Nutrition, Craig. I'm eating better. Hey. And ChatGPT helped with this. So this was an idea. What is this? This is can potentially make a whole batch of narration videos from my backlog. So I might have talked about this on the last stream, but this is like a big unlock for me. What is a narration video? A narration video is like this Kyrgyzstan one. It's doing better than any video I've posted in the last year. And it is the only narrated video that I have. This is kind of a hybrid of narrated and the cinematic. Curtis, good morning from Alaska. What's up, my bro? 12 o'clock here, morning in Alaska. I was thinking about you the other day because Mika and I watched a House of Dynamite, and there's like scenes of the missile deterrence in Alaska, and I'm just like, how close is Curtis to the missile silos up in Alaska? I was just randomly thinking that. Every time I see Alaska, it's like always something wild. It's like what, True Detective Alaska edition, like the nuclear Armageddon missile deterrence in Alaska. It's not just all these horrible things. We need to visit and hang out again. But yeah, that's what I was thinking about you. That makes sense. Creating segments, sub-brands of content within the main thing. So it's not the hiking videos in particular that need to change. It's more the new formats. Yeah, the main idea is that I have a finite number of amount of time and attention and energy that I can dedicate to these trips. So if I want to travel less and only do like 6 trips per year, maybe 1 or 2 of them being a group trip, the remaining 4 could be solo or with another creator. What's the most amount of content and videos that I can produce from those trips just to get more value out of them? So making these other formats, I think it's kind of silly that I wasn't making more videos from the trips in the past. And when I look back at how much time and energy I spent going to these places and shooting these videos and ended up just making maybe 1 video, it's insane. You know, not doing a guide, not doing a narrated version, not making shorts from it. Yeah, it's madness. So the long form YouTube videos, the reaction streams, the commentaries on stream, the shorts, ambient version, cinematic version, narrated version, vlog version. Yeah, there's way more that I can do. So this is like a shift for the channel. I'm gonna be producing a lot more. It's more algorithm focused than subscriber focused. Like I'm doing everything that the subscribers are expecting with these cinematic silent hiking videos, but I'm just adding more for people who don't necessarily know me. Because like when I search YouTube, I use the homepage. I don't necessarily use subscriptions anymore, but you can see my subscriptions. I got some weird stuff over here. Yeah. Yeah, I went dark there, Curtis. Yeah. No, we just watched it last night, so that's why it's in my mind. What's up, Nick? Hi from Georgia. The other Georgia. The Georgia with the good food, not the peaches. The K's, you built a nice foundation to expand on? Yeah, so it's insane that I would go all of the way to Colombia and fly there, spend the money, spend the time, like take buses and connections and like COVID protocol just to make one 27-minute video. And does this even have a guide? It must, right? Okay, it does have a guide at least. So, yeah, it just seems kind of wild to go through all of that effort and just end up with just that one video. Did you mention the hiking guide as another video format to make? Maybe I missed it. The hiking guide would be done in form of stream. So if I were to make a hiking guide, I would kind of be reacting to the video and telling the story about the trip. So I think the new way to do that is to release a video and then go live and do a commentary about it. Go through all of the advice that I wish I had, that I hope new people would have. Actually show the maps and the context and the places on Google Maps and whatnot. Talk about prices. Talk about gear. Actually show the gear. All that can be done live, and then I can just cut that live VOD into a shorter highlight, and that could just be uploaded as the hiking video. At this point, it's much easier just to do that and then leave it as a VOD. But in the future, like a lot of more videos will be produced and published on my channel, but they'll just be like highlight compilations of the streams, if you understand. So an example might be like the prime time here, who's live right now. As far as I know, this guy is making a killing. He's doing it well. He's got a good format. He is streaming on Twitch and maybe YouTube probably. Yeah, I think he's on Twitch too, but it doesn't. Yeah, Twitch. So he's just like streaming a lot. And then ever so often when there's a topic that's worthy of exporting a video, he'll make one of these videos. So it's like all of these are from stream. So like stop.
I don't want to make videos about Microsoft. I don't desire.
So this is just a compilation of clips from a stream put together for one topic, one video that's summarized with the title and thumbnail. And
oh my gosh, so you can't tell me that it's impossibly hard to write. They use it, okay? We all edited and
so this is like the idea. Creating videos from streams. So the hiking guide would be this. Yeah, like I've talked about, the hiking guides have been private, like one-on-one streams just with myself. But now I'm just like kind of sharing and broadcasting the production of these videos. A bit of a director's commentary type of thing. Yeah, it's basically what streams are. Yeah, I'm reacting to my own videos. Like a lot of streamers react to other things or react to games and play games, react to other video. Like if I'm going to stream and react to things, I'm just going to start doing it with my own content and then maybe the feedback I receive on my own stuff. So hi from Amsterdam, eagerly waiting your next video. Yeah, like I said, I'm waiting on the sponsor to greenlight, the last sponsor. We went through the first wave of revisions. I made all the fixes very quickly, but now it's been over a month. It's getting close to a month and a half since I've had the K2 video ready to go. As you can see, it's here. It's ready to go. I've got the ambient version, and then I've got the cinematic version, and then I have this updated cinematic version that I'm going to swap out. You know what I mean? Like this has a mistake, so I re-uploaded it with the fix. But the sponsor still has this link, so I don't want to delete it to delay the process anymore. But I'm hoping, what's today? Wednesday? I'm hoping today or tomorrow, honestly. We'll see. It's driving me crazy because the way I work is I'm like one at a time. So I'm kind of waiting for this to post to do everything else that follows. And it's just kind of bottlenecking the whole process, which is annoying. What I've learned is that if I have multiple videos coming out, I really should, if I know there's going to be a delay from a sponsor, I should place that ad in a video at the end, not the like keystone bottleneck video. You know what I mean? Like if I'm uploading an ambient version, a cinematic version, and a narrated version of K2, I should put the ad in the narrated version, which is post last. So it should be cinematic posted, then ambient, then narrated. Because the cinematic is for subscribers, the ambient is for subscribers and algorithm, and then the narrated is for algorithm. So in that order. And what I did last time that I messed up is I posted in the wrong order, and I learned. For Kyrgyzstan, I posted the ambient version first, and then the narrated version, and I never posted a cinematic version. And then this like recorded guide or like behind the scenes wasn't a stream. So you can see how I'm kind of developing the format. And this is a raw version right here. Developing the format. Trying to figure it out. You've inspired like 3 out of my last 4 backpacking trips. Appreciate you, Craig. Nice. Fallen Trooper. YouTube loves text on the thumbnail. I know, but I want to fight it so badly. I feel like lo-fi is going off. I want to stand out. I want to be different. I just want to do things my way. And I'm sure like the text on screen and a couple different things. Like if I put my face on my thumbnails, I swear they would do better, but I'm pushing against that as hard as I can. We'll see. Have you ever thought about doing Lofoten long crossing in Norway? Yes, I've done some hard research and I almost pulled the trigger last year, but I couldn't find the time. I got a little burnt out, so I couldn't sneak in like one more trip to Norway. But maybe this year, maybe. I'm getting a little pressure from people and friends and whatnot to start researching for next year hikes. And it's looking like maybe Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, maybe South Africa, probably definitely China, maybe Iceland, maybe Norway, and maybe Ethiopia, soft Ethiopia. Yeah, but we're like, when I'm in that mindset, I'm going to do like a full research stream and I'm going to get suggestions and actually do that. Remember when you went from weddings to vlogging? What are your thoughts on creating a new channel because the topics are too far apart? Love to hear what you think about it. Yeah, I've gone back and forth between this idea, and I feel like a lot of YouTubers do. Like, do you make a new channel for a new type of content, or do you try to make everything fit on the YouTube channel? And I've gone back and forth, and I want to make everything fit on this YouTube channel. I think the live stream VODs fit really nicely on the live tab. I think the shorts obviously fit well. And then all of these different formats should be fine for horizontal video uploads. Having the members only is a nice option in case I want to, separate the audience a little bit more. I think the personal vlogs fit really well behind the members only. I don't necessarily want those public, and I think there's a smaller audience for that type of stuff. So if I make like really personal updates, I feel like I would probably upload it to members only, but we'll see. I don't know. Can you do a video on budgeting on the trips? Budgeting on the trips. That would be like general advice across a bunch of trips with like examples. It's a little different for me making videos. So like my experience on trips and money is different compared to most people who are just going to enjoy the trip and not make a video. Like I see it as a P&L. So what's the least I can spend for the most that I can make? But most people are just spending money and not making anything when they go on these trips. So it's a little different in my situation. And who's that video for? Is it for creators who are trying to do what I'm doing, or is it for just hikers spending money and not making money? Which I pick is gonna make it a very different video. So what's your situation? What type of video would you like? Are you a hiker making money or a hiker spending money? How's your CTR looking without your face on thumbnails? How much improvement would you expect? I don't know what I don't know. But obviously the trend on YouTube is to have your damn face on half of the screen. Like you see it, you see the Mr. Beast style. If you go to YouTube jobs, this is a website I've been checking out just to see what it's like to get people. But let's go talent. I think this summarizes the idea pretty well. Let's see. I don't know. These are like just people offering their things. So you click on like their portfolio and you just quickly get a sense of the same garbage thumbnail that everyone has. And it's ripped off from Mr. Beast style. And I don't like it at all. I just like, there's a reason why people do this. Obviously. I just don't want to do it. I don't want to. I just don't want to. Yeah. But I do take note of like thumbnails that I click on that I shouldn't. Or thumbnails that kind of convince me and clickbait me into clicking. So I feel like it depends how you brand the channel. You're in a good spot because your channel is your name. So at the end of the day, the promise is you're going to get what Craig is up to, right? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I guess it has to be a trip that I go on, that I do in every video. Or if I'm talking, it has to be me talking. It would be weird if anything else showed up. So as long as it's just a trip that I go on, or me talking about the behind the scenes or process of creating videos for that trip, yeah, that's what people have come to expect, I guess, right? Are you still considering the switch to shooting with iPhone? Almost none, not now. Like I've completely switched back to Sony. My lens is still being worked on, so I'm like, I can't shoot with my camera right now. But after all my tests, the battery, the rig, everything doesn't look good for shooting and hiking with an iPhone rig. Yeah. So I was having issue with like color and white balance and exposure with the Sony cameras. But if I start shooting log and then having editors who know better than me color correct and color grade, I think that might actually fix my problem, because iPhone video is the best auto I've ever seen. Like I stopped down it a little bit because it overexposes for most things outside. But as far as the color, it looks great on iPhone. So that's what I was hoping to get, like just more automation with the color and exposure. But maybe the automation is in the form of an editor who knows what they're doing. So I talked about using the editor update. I don't know if I talked about that, but let's focus on this real quick. The big unlock is the narrated videos from my backlog. So I made this narrated video. I'm going to make one for how the Hoot route. And I've got one coming for K2 as well. But looking back in time, I could do a narrated video for this video, this video, this video, this video, this video. And like you get the idea. Brazil, Azores, New Zealand, Half Dome, Three Fingers. All of these videos I could make a new narrated video for. Super easy. All I have to do is this is it. I stream, I watch the hiking video, and I give a full commentary. I talk about the process. I talk about everything about the video with a focus on like talking about what is actually in the video so that it can be used as B-roll. I download that transcript, process into a voiceover. About 10 minutes might be the sweet spot, maybe 10 to 15 minutes. And then I can auto-generate a voiceover.
Caban de Louvi was one of the most scenic stops of the entire route. The hut sits directly above a glacial lake with views of the Grand Combin Massif. Inside, life is communal. Boots stay at the entrance.
I can generate voiceovers with AI using Artlist. I could also just record it myself. If it isn't fitting the bill, if there's pushback to it, if it just isn't high quality enough, it wouldn't be that difficult for me to record the voiceover. But I'm interested in this. Just auto-generating. Like,
for a group trip, the rain actually helped. We stayed close together, moved at a...
It's great. And then I can download that audio file or audio files, share it with my editor. And then all they need is that audio file and then like the 4K file that I download from YouTube. So this narration, this voiceover is for this video in Switzerland. So I just download this in 4K. I send that to them. I send the audio file, the voiceover, and then they can cut the B-roll from this video in 4K to match what I'm talking about in the video. And then that's a narration video. Obviously, we can improve the pacing, just the quality, the storytelling of those videos. But I'd like to start just iterating, just starting to make them and then make them better and better and better. And like I said, the channel's changing. I'm like kind of sharing less about my life with the public. It's less chronological. So it's okay if I go back in time to new people who the algorithm is feeding this video to. They don't necessarily care that I hiked Hornstrand deer 6 years ago. If I make a narration video telling the full story, the behind the scenes, just the full context of this trip with beautiful footage, YouTube don't care. New people don't care. Even subscribers like might actually enjoy to revisit this video with narration. So why not? But the positive of this whole process is that it can be done mostly manually or automated. So Google AI Studio, as we checked out in the last stream, has access to the YouTube videos in a different way and can watch the video and then give me a description of what's being said and then process that down into like maybe a 10 to 15 minute long script as it did right here. So this is the script. You take this into ChatGPT and you can make a voiceover with sections. You can copy and paste these sections into Artlist to generate the voiceover. And yeah, it's like, I don't know, pretty cool. So we'll see. We shall see. We shall see, as always. Hey, Thornton. Tom, right? No, I'm trying to remember. I've checked out your channel before. Completely agree. It's so weird to me that 99% of YouTube is all that kid slop. I guess I just never watch it, so I assume all of YouTube is interesting, cool, interesting stuff. I know, right? I just don't click those videos. It's so funny like how much of it exists, but we interface with it almost never. Like, yeah, I want to do things differently. Your thumbnails are the reason I started watching you. Yeah, the thumbnails are a big promise. It's, you know, people don't watch unless they click, so it makes sense. Thank you. Joel, your brand is a bit not going with the norms and doing what you want, even if it's not the most optimal. I say stick to your guns, otherwise you just become everyone else and don't stand out. Yeah, like there's a higher cost to not doing things your way. It's much easier to work when I feel like I have the creative freedom to do so, and it just lowers the cost and raises the outcome for me. What I love about your brand is you will randomly just change directions. It's sort of refreshing because so many people are scared to change, especially if things seem to be working. Yeah, it's iterating. You know, I'm kind of just trying to improve things constantly. I've got nothing else to do. I've like cleared my plate so much that this is what I spend most of my time thinking about. So, yeah, I just want I want to work less and get more out of it. So there's things I can do for sure. So we're going to see if this actually works. I'm going to work with my editor. Finally posted a reel. It's been a while. I said enough is enough. I'm going to start posting about K2. So I posted a reel. This was actual voiceover. So I wrote and recorded this. The voiceover script was optimized with ChatGPT, but I basically wrote out, you know, all of this and recorded it with my own voice. But I should have done AI voiceover. It would have been better, honestly. I don't think I sound that good.
And then set our sights for the highest pass of the trek. We woke up at midnight, put our crampons and harnesses on, and climbed in the dark until sunrise lit up the mountains.
I posted on TikTok and Instagram. It's doing fine. Gonna wait to post it on YouTube until the flagship stuff is uploaded horizontal. Yeah. Using ChatGPT to develop title thumbnail templates for my different YouTube video formats, updating old titles, feeling better about YouTube. Okay. What did I find? Do I have it? Yeah. So this is kind of an idea. So for the Italy video, I'm still not 100% on this. I still need to figure it out. But the flagship cinematic would be hiking 75 miles on the Alta Via 1 in the Dolomites. Straightforward, that's easy. That's kind of what I've been doing for a while, so I feel like that makes sense. The ambient version is more like raw footage, but still edited, much longer. So if this video is 40 minutes, this video will probably be 2 hours. A little less, maybe an hour and a half. And then this, I was thinking like 7 days of hiking in Dolomites, Italy. Ambient footage. I'm still not sure. Like I've been through so many different variations of this in ChatGPT. I'm still not sure, but we'll see. Ambient. I want it. It hated the word footage, but I think the word footage is good. I think ambient is the strongest word to set the tone for what the video will be. And I just want it to be different, you know? So 7 days. I think that the duration is important for this type of video. And then location, action, indicator of like the type of footage. So I don't know. And then for the narration videos, I have no idea. I'm not sure if it's just going to be like me talking about the hike and kind of describing what you're seeing. Or I had this idea today. Maybe the narration video should be more of the guide, more in that direction of the guide, the how-to. So advice for someone who's thinking about going on the hike Probably, right? Probably. Yeah, I think I might need to like position this more as a how-to, or like how to hike the Altia Via 1 in the Dolomites. Something like that. But I know that there's a more clickbaity, better version of this. But that might be the direction that the narrated videos go. I'm not sure. How are you thinking about privacy being a completely public person nowadays? You mentioned being more private with family stuff, but these streams are also a really neat BTS into your process. Yeah. So I would share things differently based on who the audience was and how public it was. So I would share a lot of like personal vulnerabilities and things I'm struggling with and personal updates in my podcast. And all of that content is kind of here in the stream now, because it's a much smaller subset. It's a different type of, y'all are different than people who are watching Hornstrandir, the 6 million or 5.4 million. So I can share things a little differently with y'all. I want to just sharing that type of content with the correct audience, I think, is what's changed. Yeah, like I was inspired by PewDiePie to start like publicly making like the vlogs, the family vlogs, because they're adorable and wholesome and fun and such a great pivot for him. But it just seems like a little too public. I don't know, right? Just like a little too public. We'll see. He's really putting his family out there. And at first he didn't show Marty his face, which is interesting. But yeah, I've shifted away from wanting to like copy what he's doing. But what he's doing is basically very similar. Like his sit down desk videos could be streamed and then could be like clipped as a highlight compilation. But he just doesn't stream, which he doesn't have to. He can do whatever he wants. So makes sense. Makes sense. Aurora. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Will you ever do a collab with Martin Doulard? We chatted on the phone, and I think 2 or 3 years ago we came close to when I visited Italy. So that was a while ago, maybe 4 years. I almost stopped by, but I just didn't find the time. Seven-day itinerary Dolomites. Itinerary is a good word. Not sure. It's not quite it though. Hey, did the house sound crest in BC last year inspired a video? Nice. Nice. I should incentivize people to, I don't know. It's like, it's nice that viewers see that people watch the videos and then go do the hike themselves. And I'm not sure the best way for them to share that, like a comment in the video. But that would be like a good feedback loop where I make a video doing a hike, other people watch the video and do the hike themselves, and then also share them doing the hike because of the video. But I don't know. Interesting idea, not that super high priority right now. But like incentivizing the community to add back value to the community would be a good feedback loop to spend time on. I know you must have shared it before, but how did you step away from the wedding video business? I find myself wanting to step away, but bookings keep coming through and this loop never stops. Yeah, very specific, but I get it. Yeah, if you're starting a new endeavor, a new YouTube channel or a shift in content, you need to maintain that money coming in and just find extra time. Like anyone who wants to start a YouTube channel or a podcast, I say, don't quit your day job. Just find extra time at night. You can always find more time to dedicate to something new, and just do that until it financially doesn't make sense to keep doing the day job because you're making more money from the other thing. So I was making money with the weddings, but then once I started the YouTube channel talking about teaching people how to shoot weddings, that started to make way more money than the actual weddings themselves. So that was a huge unlock. That was like a tipping point when I was able to start giving away the weddings for free because I just made more money using the weddings as like content farms. And like that mindset made me realize that like whatever I talk about, if I share the process and teach other people how to follow my footsteps, whatever the topic, travel, vlogging, hiking, that's probably more lucrative than the actual thing itself. So, yeah, you just can't shift. You can't do something new until you have like a landing, like a runway, you know? But then I just started making more videos and more money from travel stuff than wedding film school, and I just leapfrogged. Yeah, same idea. But I also lowered my expenses at that time by becoming a minimalist. Like that's why I became a minimalist, to lower my expenses so I could justify leaving weddings and doing travel stuff, because it was more risk but I had more freedom. It's more what I wanted to do. So I had to lower my costs because my income was lowered when I shifted. So all of these things are just, yeah, P&L. It's just profit and loss. Giving yourself runway, I guess. Tyler is a member. Membership is back. I think this is like the third time I've gotten rid of memberships and brought it back. So, well, so silly. So silly. But yeah, you've got access to all the member videos now, so hey. Alex, I actually loved your videos of daily life in Brooklyn as a contrast to the hiking travel videos. Yes, I get it. There is an audience. It's a much smaller audience than my hiking and travel stuff. There's buckets of who watches my stuff, and people who wanted to know my personal private life is a much more one of the smallest buckets. So y'all exist. But yeah, a lot of work making those videos. It's like, it's really nice to just kind of go on a trip or hang out with my family and not share anything. Like, side hustle till it's not. Correct. Do you think YouTube could be a good platform for generating new business if you're in website design? Absolutely. Video unlocks everything. I use minimalism. I use video creation to solve a lot of problems in my life. And I know of countless examples of people who do something and then start making videos about it, or social media, and end up making making more money doing the social media aspect than the actual job. So girl with the dogs is probably the best example. Well, the immediate example that comes to my mind. So this Vanessa girl has been grooming pets professionally for 14 years. Small business somewhere, making money doing that. She can only groom a maximum number of dogs because it just takes time and energy. But she unlocked probably 100 times more money and opportunity by making videos about her grooming dogs. And I guarantee that her channel makes way more money. Like it's the same thing with weddings. She could easily give away free groomings to dogs that would make for good videos and just make the money in the back end with AdSense and sponsorship and whatnot. But yeah, this example times a million. There's a million different small businesses out there that start posting on social media, and it makes more money than the actual business. You watch her? Everyone watches her. She's great. How are you thinking of digital minimalism now? I recently was rewatching your old video you did on that at the campground. Yeah, that video's ridiculous. So silly. Old Craig like spouting off, getting excited because he reads a book and wants to share about it. It's basically a book review, book summary video. Like the only one that I ever did, right? It's just easier to search. Why is this all of these coming up for minimalism? Maybe it's this one, I don't know. Oh, the campsite one. I don't know where that video went. I don't even know what my own channel's doing. Everything is more digital or more minimal than ever before. Physical, digital, mental. I've reached a new high for minimalism. I just don't know what's interesting because I live in it, so I don't really necessarily know what might be interesting to y'all. AI doomerism, yes. Okay, and that's it. Threads. Threads. Oh, did I post something new? Where's that? Okay, there it is. So like I feel a bit like overwhelmed. So multiple times this week, I've had to just like slow down and kind of like write out and think, what can I actually do to make all of these plans happen? Like what's the priority for my time and attention right now? Like what kind of automation or help could I have to like actually make things happen? And it's just like streaming. I just need to stream more. I need to stream the commentaries. I need to start doing the narration videos for the backlog, starting with probably the Switzerland video. I think that's the low-hanging fruit, the one that I need to do. What I need to do is go live, watch this video, tell the whole story, the behind the scenes, and then that will be the first like example for the narration video. And I'll be able to do that whole process and work with the editor and then upload it and see how it feels. But I can do it by myself, but it almost might be better if I hire someone to co-host the stream with me. So just like a voice on Discord, and we have like the mission of we need to get this done. So in whatever way, like help me make a good behind the scenes commentary about this trip. You know, like whatever that is, like asking me questions, yeah, kind of like just co-hosting, I guess. But maybe it's more stress, more work, more responsibility to have that person than to just do it by myself. But that would be a good way for me to like pay someone to help automate that workload for me, I guess. So maybe we'll see that in the future, like a co-host on this stream. We shall see. It's how I end every sentence. Yep. Listening to this and cleaning my online account passwords. Nice. Digital minimalism. Does that move to time spent on screen spent online? That's kind of the point I'm thinking of. Does that move to time spent on screen spent online? So are you asking like digital minimalism have to do with like how much time I spend online? Probably. Yeah. Like I want to be doing this not as much for sure. Yeah. Hi, Craig. Discovered your channel from Ukrainian travel blogger Anton. Videos are amazing. Nice. Yeah, I hope to meet him at some point. I was supposed to go to a screening for one of his documentaries in New York City, but the timing didn't work out, so I wasn't able to attend. And then I've asked him to possibly jump on stream or podcast in the background in the past, but he says that his English just isn't good enough to like hold a conversation, which makes sense totally. My Ukrainian is not good enough to have a conversation in his tongue, so totally valid. But if we're in the same city, the same place, we'll for sure hang out and grab a coffee. It'd be fun. What's he been up to? What's his main channel? So this is like the English one, right? Let's go to his main channel. Obviously, he's been busy with stuff going on over there. Yeah, he's just been posting 3 years ago, 2 years ago, obviously. Yeah, he has. It's been 5 years since he posted the silent hiking video that you're mentioning. He's got a good thumbnail format. His videos pop like crazy. Insane. This is like a really good example of someone who does not post a lot, but still gets great views. Fantastic. Like someone I watch is Nakey Jakey. Another good example of like posting maybe once a season. So 1 year ago, posted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the last 2 years. Yeah. So it's like one a season, but they all do well, and he's able to earn enough money and just do his thing with that. So that's inspiring. And then also Internet Historian is a good example of that. So someone who just does not post, but when he posts, people listen. And Sasha's in the background. I totally respect that. I really like people who do this. So yep. Yeah. Glabrego. A 36 monther. Thank you for being a member. Welcome back. 36 might be the longest I have for members. So you've been an OG for sure. That's 3 years of membership. It's an insane dedication to supporting me. And I thank you. Welcome back. I love that if I turn membership back on, it saves the information for members who rejoin. YouTube didn't have to do that, but they do. And it would absolutely suck if people who have been members have to kind of like reset. Yep. So time spent as a member, you are the top 1%, if not the top. So thank you. Yeah, exactly. Digital minimalism in the sense of a philosophy of tech use and screen time. You seem like you're very much create over consume when it comes to content. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. The less that I spend, the better. So it's all efficiency. It's just P&L, the amount of work and time I spend and what I get out of it. So everything is just profit and loss. When it comes to time, money, energy, attention. Oh, we got Alex back in the chat. How you doing? How you doing? Good, sir. Saw. Ryan's in the chat. Ryan, we need to figure out where we're going. I was talking to Mika about, I was kind of warning her. Ryan's in my DMs asking about trips. It's almost that time of the year when I start figuring out how much I'm going to be away from home. I'm not quite ready to do that though. But top of the list, China, Central Asia again with Tajikistan, Uzbekistan. I think Ethiopia would be cool, unique. Going back to Switzerland, probably for sure to do the Tour de Mont Blanc group trip. I think a group trip to Everest Base Camp in late 2026 would be dope. And then maybe like one more. So like Norway, Lofoten, or Eastern Europe, maybe. I think six trips is what I'm trying to aim for, but we'll see. We'll see. But Ryan, if we pull the trigger on a trip, I might bring an assistant filmmaker. I might bring someone to vlog the whole thing. So if that sounds fun, let me know. If that sounds not fun, we'll figure it out. It would completely change the dynamic. Lofoten. Yeah, China. Pretty good, Alex. Pretty good. Just posted a BTS short, making progress. Awesome. The other Alex is saying, it is interesting how nature hiking pairs so well with food culinary content. I can highly recommend the YouTube series Dirt by the clothing brand Huckberry. Dirt. Fucking dirt. Joe Dirt. Am I going to be able to find it just by typing this? Dirt. There we go. Dirt. Fucking dirt.
Here I am as a kid. Now I'm a washed-up pro snowboarder, dad, and curious food nerd, hell-bent on new adventures. I'm Josh Rosen. Food and adventure have led me to some of the most interesting places. So Huckberry is sending us off to source some of the freshest ingredients, all while taking it in through the lens of the locals. And each adventure ends with a feast. This is Dirt.
Dirt.
We've arrived on the last inhabited major landmass on Earth.
Okay. I think I get it. What, like a 40-second intro? This is a long doc. So this is the type of thing that I could shoot with my assistant filmmaker. So if I bring someone on a trip to vlog and shoot something, I don't know, obviously we have to eat. So I think if we find interesting things to eat, that would definitely be part of the documentary. I want to show the logistics, getting around. I want to show jokes, talking, how I spend money when I go on these trips that aren't just like the hike. Yeah, there's a lot of different angles, but the food is for sure something that we could like harp in on if I have someone shooting me. All the footage that isn't just like me, you know. But this seems like a long video for like, I don't know. I don't know if I would watch this video, but obviously if it's got 1.2 million views and it's 40 minutes, that's a win, you know. That's good. Ryan is okay with eating. Ryan, this is your forte. This is more your vibe. Ryan is very good at finding places to eat and eating. So, yeah, good ideas. I got my screen calling coming up. I need to figure out how to like change the notifications on my Mac when I'm streaming so that stuff like that doesn't pop up. Because if anyone leaves me a voicemail right now, it's gonna translate it or transcribe it and show it on screen. So that could be awkward. Super. Got to figure that out. Let's add that to my stream notes. Setting for notifications on Mac while streaming. A derp. Craig, my kids and I have been watching your videos in the morning before school. We appreciate you. We love starting our mornings with such great explorations of a natural world. Nice. That's a good use case for my videos. It's nice to hear. Okay. It's almost lunchtime. The baby boy is coming home soon, and I'm going to stop streaming and screaming before he comes back. So, good chatting with y'all. I'll see you hopefully after that K2 video finally publishes. Kind of like It's not okay at this point. It's not. All right. All right. Take care, y'all. Thanks for hanging. I appreciate y'all. I'll see you on the VOD. Peace out. Peace out, Girl Scout. Bye-bye. See ya.